Hi guys, I'm back with a celebrity inspired makeup look once again. I am doing today the Gigi Hadid look that she wore to the Maybelline Fashion Week event, and I do think that it's probably the best that she's wore all Fashion Week just because it's so understated on the entire face and then the lips just pop. I mean, maybe you guys don't think lashes are understated, which they're not, but you could always recreate this with some fiber lashes or any kind of mascara if you don't have lashes to put on. I just think the main part of this look is the glowy skin and then the purple lips. So if you wanted to see how to achieve this look, please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is take this e.l.f. foundation, this Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer, and this shade Upgrade from $1 Million Tan, and I'm gonna mix them together and then apply it on my face. This is something that's really great for people who go tanning or are used to the same foundation but might be a little bit more tan in the summer, because it basically adds a little bit of dark to your foundation so that in case you ever, even for a day, you go out by the pool or something, you can still match your foundation to your neck and to the rest of your body, which is your whole idea. I'm then going to mix it around with a foundation brush. So I'm going to start laying that on my face. And then I'm gonna go in with my trusty beauty blender, which I've tried the Real Technique sponge, which is in my last video, and I gotta say it's not as good as the beauty blender. And now that I've tried the Real Techniques one, which is like half the price, probably actually like less than half the price, I don't care. This is the best thing in the world. It blends so flawlessly. It is worth the $20. It lasts around 1.5 years, at least for me, and I use it every single day. So if you use it just for concealer or just for foundation, it might last you a little bit longer, but I use it for both and it lasts me a long time. It's 20 bucks. It is a little pricey for a sponge, but I'm telling you, it does all of the work for you. Like the Real Techniques one's a little more stiff, which I wasn't a fan of. So the whole point of the Gigi Hadid tutorial is that she has such luminous skin in the picture. So I'm just trying to achieve that look, and that's why I added the illuminizer to the foundation. So as you can see, I'm pretty dewy and shiny, and it's exactly what I want. Do I look like Gigi? No, but that doesn't matter. Gigi has very overgrown eyebrows on purpose. It's not as sharp of a look. It's very messy, which is kind of the trend right now. So I'm going to try and achieve that look, even though my eyebrows are super thin and hers are pretty thick. So I'm gonna take this little brush and I'm just gonna brush them out. And I'm gonna take this wax. I'm using the NYX eyebrow cake powder. Eyebrow cake powder? Eyebrow cake powder. And I'm gonna take it on my finger. I haven't used this thing in a while, but I really wanted the wax from it because I think I'm gonna need that for her look. I'm gonna go in with more of a shadow to try and create the effect of like not really nicely done eyebrows. I don't know how else to say that. I know I'm not using the right words, so just keep that in mind. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia pencil first. And because her eyebrows are more natural looking and not so manicured, I can kind of get away with just doing some small strokes around the eyebrows. I'm going to take the little NYX brush that comes in the eyebrow case, which if you have a brush like this, I suggest using it better than this little baby thing, but yeah. I'm gonna go in with a dark brown color. Just lay that around. I'm gonna start with her highlighting colors on the eyes. So right underneath your eyebrows, right in the inner corner and underneath. Right now I'm just gonna start with the eyebrows and the inner corner. So I'm gonna take a brush like this, And I'm going to dip it into my Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics. The Champagne Pop wasn't cutting it for me because it was a little bit too peachy. So I'm gonna go with Moonstone, which is a lot more white, which is what she has in the picture. And I'm gonna just go over that Champagne Pop. I'm gonna go in with my Naked 3 palette. This eyeshadow right here called Nooner. I'm gonna take that, dip my brush in it, and then start on the edges. She only has it right on the outside of her eyes. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of a stiffer brush, and I'm gonna take the shadow from Makeup Geek called Country Girl, which is kind of like a brownish red. So we're gonna go right on top of that color that we just did, but we're gonna do a little bit more in the crease. I'm gonna go back in with Nooner. I just put that right on top again because it's just not as red in the picture, which it's okay. This is an inspired look. This doesn't have to be exactly the same. I'm just trying to show you guys what colors to look for in celebrity looks and how to achieve them. And I could tell she had some pink in this one. So I wanted to go with more of that pinkish brown color. But we're just gonna diffuse it a little bit and put Nooner right on top. Now I'm gonna take one of my favorite eyeshadows, which is the Kitten eyeshadow from Stila, and we're gonna put that right on the lid. And to make this color stand out a little bit more, we are going to wet our brush. So I'm gonna take some Fix Plus and I'm just gonna wet the brush, dip it back into Stila, just pat it down a little bit so you have it like this. Then we're just gonna pat. We're not gonna swipe, we're not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna pat right now. Right on top of that. You can go back in with that Nooner brush, no product, and just blend it out. And then for a little bit more added effect, I wanted to try this ColourPop in Super Shock Shadow, Rumor Has It. Actually, it's a Rumor Has It collection. It's called Swan. I'm gonna just try and place this. You just use your finger for the ColourPop eyeshadows and place it right on the inside. And up actually into that top area. Now I'm gonna take a pencil brush and I'm going to dip it back into Nooner and then do the edges, the underneath the eyelid. Just on the outer section here, that she definitely does not pull this all the way in. We're gonna do something else with the inner corner. And then we're going to take a brush that looks like this and we're gonna wet it again. We're gonna take the Stila eyeshadow and we're gonna put it underneath our eye, just right under here. Last thing we're gonna do on our eyes is take this pencil, which is a more bronzed, kind of brown pencil. And we're gonna do right in our waterline. And then right on top on the outer, only the outer portion right next to the lashes. Next to that, we're gonna take this NYX Wonder Eye pencil. No, NYX Wonder pencil. And we're just gonna do right next to it and even like right on top of that. Just open the eye a little bit more by doing this in your waterline. And I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more under there. To clean it all up, we're gonna do our concealer now. So I'm gonna take the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay, my fave. Since we already did our highlight under there, I'm just gonna put it right underneath. Gonna highlight my nose, right above, and my chin. I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender, my trusty beauty blender. Okay, so now I'm gonna bronze the cheeks up a bit. I am going to take the Tarte bronzer in Park Avenue Princess, which I got as a sample somewhere, and it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, which this is a good bronzer for just bronzing your all over face, not exactly contouring. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna be dipping this brush into it. And since Gigi doesn't seem to be having such a harsh contour today, I'm going to just bronze up my face. She always seems to have a really bronzed forehead, which I am totally on board with. I'm gonna take it right here on the sides of my nose. I'm gonna take this Milani blush in Berry Amore, and I'm going to be putting that on my cheeks. Take my Moonstone highlighter, fan brush like this, dip it in, and I'm gonna go right above that blush. I'm also gonna go on my forehead, on my nose, on my chin, basically everywhere. Can you tell that I like the strobing trend? Can you tell? Because I like the strobing trend. I'm gonna go in with some mascara. I'm gonna be putting on the velour lashes in Doll Me Up. Lashes can be a little tricky if you don't have liner on first, like a dark liner. So we're gonna go with this. I'm actually gonna do them off camera. Here they are, nice and fluffy. I love them. They're probably a little bit more than what Gigi has in the picture, but I mean, how can you resist these lashes? They're beautiful. So there are the lashes all done. Then I'm gonna just go on my bottom lashes and do some mascara. She has a very purple lip, and I honestly think it might be this actual lip color, if not something exactly similar to it. This is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Vintage, which I enjoy very much. So I've already put chapstick on my lips. It's extremely important to do that before the liquid lip color. They do dry very matte, but I do like the formula on them. I've heard some mixed things about Vintage for some reason, but I've never had a problem with it. And it's great because it doesn't really get on your teeth. As long as it dries, it's not gonna get on your teeth or anything, which I love. Here is the final inspired look. While it's not exactly the same as what Gigi had, I think I did a pretty good job at recreating it. So let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. And if you really love these videos, please subscribe.